Some years ago when I was at a place called Kubuna, we found that there was some pigs that had gone feral up in the top paddock, and they were getting into our garden. So I took the rifle and I shot two big ones, which were then towed by tractor into the pastoral centre kitchen. And I want to tell you some story about how they were butchered. This is Mission Alive. I'm Roger from MSC Mission Office. With the butchering of these pigs, one of the butchers was a chief called the Knife Man, and that was his job, to butcher the pigs at the feast. The other butchers were from the mountains, different culture altogether. The man from the coast took a long time to do the butchering, and he did it in a very ritualistic way. That this part was cut first, another part was cut second, this part was taken out and would be given to the chief, and different parts of the pig's carcass would be given to different people. One particular part would be given to the man who shot the pig, and in this case that was me. The others, being from the mountains in a different culture, theirs was a very straightforward process of cutting and using the axe to cut the bones. So the different rituals. So what I want to talk about this morning is the ritual. And as we have seen with Easter, we had a lot of ritual. We had the candle, we had the water, we had the oil, we had the fire, we had all the many readings. And this is part of our ritual. Ritual is a way in which we celebrate events and occasions. And all cultures have rituals for many of these occasions. They have rituals for birth, for marriage, and in Papua New Guinea, marriage was a long process, and at each stage of the process, there was further ritual, further celebration. We have ritual for initiation, rituals for when a man is made a chief, and rituals for reconciliation and the marking of death and funerals. So ritual is an important part of every culture, and it is an important part of the church, because it's in ritual that we express our response to God's word. We express our faith. We express what we want to live by as Christian people. So simple things like the sign of the cross is a little ritual. It's also called a yoga, which is a physical movement or a physical gesture which takes on a spiritual meaning. So a simple thing like the sign of a cross is a ritual. And this goes right across the board to all the sacraments and all what we call the sacramentals. So we have the rosary, and people often with the rosary bless themselves and kiss the little crucifix, and then they say the rosary. So that whole rosary is a ritual, and it's important for all of us. So it's a human, physical way of expressing what we believe, of responding to God's word to us. Some other things, little rituals and stuff, in different cultures are done differently. Two examples for me: when I baptized children in the Papua New Guinea situation, I would always inquire what was their name in the village, their traditional given name, as well as the saint's name, and I would baptize them both names, so that their given name in the village now becomes a Christian name, because I baptized them by both names. The other thing, one of their customs was usually an older person, an adult or a young adult, would be what they call the small father or the small mother. And that person would be the brother of the father or the sister, or some relationship like that. And that person had a particular influence in the child's life. And I would always try to get that person to be the godparent, so that the traditional role in the family would also become the Christian role. So as we have gone through all the Easter ritual, and as we go through ritual daily in our own lives, and we have our own personal rituals and the church rituals, they are the ways in which we express what we believe. This becomes different in different cultures. So again, this is Mission Alive. Thank you for being with us.